Hi students, welcome to the video lectures of software engineering. So today let's dive into the topic of agile. What is an agile or agility, and an agile view of process, and what are agile process models that are available, and we will discuss one by one. So if you see here, an agile view of process emphasizes flexibility, collaboration, and customer centricity in the software development lifecycle. Right. So what is agility? So agility, it's to adapt to the changes. Okay, agility in software development is to adapt to the changes. So where it tries to adapt quickly to whatever the changes that comes in requirements or technology, and the user feedback, etc. And as said, it emphasizes more on flexibility or this continuous improvement. And also it tries to deliver very small incremental improvements in the product, such that based on the feedback, what for every increment it will adapt to the changes. So basically, this agile process, agile software development focuses on iterative progress, collaboration, and responsiveness. To what? To the change. So that is why we say agile is to adapt to the change, right? So what is the, let's talk about the importance of this particular agile. Okay, what is the importance of agility? See, the need for agility to arouse is because the software development processes have become more complex. And so far we have discussed a couple of process models earlier. Let's say, for example, waterfall model, where we can, consider the waterfall model only when our requirements are fixed or static. But it struggled to accommodate the rapidly changing customer requirements or needs, as the technology is advancing a lot, and the customer nature, or the stakeholders evolving requirements cannot be handled by such process models. So that is why the agility have arose in our software development process. And this agility, or this agile will enable the software teams to respond to whatever the changes that occur very quickly and efficiently. So what happens when we try to adapt to the changes in such a manner called quickly or efficiently is, we could develop a more efficient software or effective one, and also make the stakeholders satisfied with whatever the requirements that they ask us for. And the regular increments of the software, whatever we do, we just give it to them to get a proper feedback from their end. And the changes what we get from their feedback are again incorporated into the software development. So that is how we go ahead in this particular agile process. So if you consider, for example, in the traditional waterfall model process, the final product might not align with the current market needs, because it is built in large, or the rigid stages, where this particular agile will allow us for frequent changes, and later we'll try to integrate them into each sprint, such that we ensure the final product what we are trying to design will meet the customer demand. Okay, so that is the importance of agility. And there are a couple of benefits when we follow this agile development. And before that, we just finish this. Unlike traditional rigid methodologies, agile focuses on iterative progress, continuous improvement, and responding to change rather than following a linear or predefined plan. So coming to the benefits. So what are the benefits when we incorporate this agile based developments? Okay, benefits of agile development. So first one would be flexibility, right? Second one would be faster time to market. Third one is improved collaboration. Fourth one is higher quality. So what are these benefits? So as we know, flexibility, because the agile will allow us to make some quick adjustments based on whatever the customer feedback that we receive, right? So by this, we can ensure that the product will align with the stakeholder or the customer requirement, which makes it stays very relevant. Second is faster time to market. So when we start doing, adapting to these agile process models, we deliver the software in small increments, right? So these small increments, what does this make is, so the teams which are working on this particular product can release some kind of functional products of the product earlier to this customer, and based on the feedback, they can continuously improve it. That is faster time to market. Then we have improved collaboration. So since the main objective of Agile is to promote a kind of constant communication and collaboration among the team members with the client or customer, this will definitely lead for a better outcome of the product. Then what is higher quality? Higher quality is nothing but the continuous testing and feedback loops which we have in our Agile will ensure that the product is constantly refined, and also the number of defects what we expect could be very less. So clear. So these are the benefits of Agile development. Now let us look at Agile process models. So we have a couple of Agile process model. One is Scrum, Kanban, Extreme Programming, we call XP. Then it's FDD, that is feature driven development. Then Lean software development. So let us look at all these process models one by one. So coming to the first process model, Scrum, right? So Scrum, as we know, it's the most popular one. Okay, so it's the most widely used agile methodologies. Okay, the speciality of Scrum is having sprints. Okay, so what happens in this sprint? Basically, as I told you, Scrum is one of the most widely used agile methodologies. So what it does is it just tries to organize the work into sprints, which are very short and time boxed periods. So sprints are kind of short, okay, and time boxed we call, okay, time boxed periods, time boxed periods. So usually this will be in between 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, where some specific features or functionalities are developed and delivered. Okay, so after every sprint, we conduct some kind of reviews and we deliver the product, right? And there are a couple of roles in this particular Scrum. We'll talk about those now. And next is Kanban. Kanban is a visual management method for software development, which focuses, on continuous delivery and process improvement. But whereas Kanban doesn't support sprints as unlike the Scrum, okay, but it tries to visualize the workflow using this particular dashboard. Next is extreme programming, which is also an agile methodology which emphasizes on the technical excellence and continuous feedback. Then we have feature driven development, FDD, which is more focused on delivering the software features in a systematic, structured manner. Then we have lean software development. This is inspired by lean manufacturing principles. This is inspired by lean manufacturing principles. Okay, so where this aims to maximize the value and minimize the waste in the entire software development process, and it also focuses delivering the most important features quickly and continuously improving the development process. So the key principles in this particular lean software development are like eliminating the waste, because it focuses on the work that adds value, and it tries to remove whatever the unnecessary activities that exist. And also it have another key principle is build quality, where the quality should be built in the product from the start, okay, rather than testing it later, or being inspected it in some other later stages. Then also another key principle is it decide as late as possible, which means makes decisions when enough information is available. Okay, when we do not have some enough information, the decision what we take could not be a full-fledged decision. So that's what is decide as late as possible principle says. So it when the enough information is available, so it makes the decision to get the best choice. So the benefit of this lean software development would be, maximizing the efficiency and minimizing the overhead. So now let's try to look at these models. So first one is Scrum model. So as I said, as we discussed earlier, so which is one of the most widely used uh, agile methodologies is Scrum. Okay, and sprint is the unique feature which exists in Scrum, where it organizes work into sprints, which are short time box periods, usually between 2 to 4 weeks, where specific features or functionalities are developed and delivered. So that is a Scrum model. Okay, so where we have some Scrum roles. Okay, like roles like product owner. So these are the roles which are present in Scrum: product owner, Scrum master, and even Scrum Master certifications are also there. in market where you have to, if you want to become this Scrum specialist, you need to finish or acquire those Scrum Master certifications. Then we have development team. These are the roles that are there in the Scrum. So what does this product owner do? So this product owner will define the features and also ensures whether the team is working on the most prioritized or important items that have been mentioned by the product owner or not. Then the Scrum Master role. So Scrum Master will is a facilitator kind of thing for the entire Scrum process. Okay, where this Scrum Master is responsible to handle all kind of obstacles that the team faces and tries to remove those obstacles. And also the Scrum Master will ensure that the team will follow all the Scrum practices. Okay, and the development team, the role would be work on the task assigned during each sprint. They work on the task assigned during each sprint. So these are the roles. Okay, now let us try to look at the next model, that is extreme programming. So this is also an agile method. Extreme programming is also an agile method that emphasizes technical excellence and continuous feedback. It promotes practices like pair programming, where two developers work together on the same code, and test-driven development, that is TDD, where tests are written before the code, right? So what is pair programming? So where the two developers work together on the same computer, okay, which improves the code quality, and also it encourages or ensures the team collaboration. So test-driven development is to write some automated test cases before the code is delivered, such that it ensures whether the code, whatever that is written, is working properly or not, or it is as per the expected outcome or not, right? And we have next a continuous integration as a key practice under extreme programming, where developers will frequently integrate their code into the main code base, such that they'll ensure that it is working seamlessly. Clear? So the main benefit of extreme programming is it is particularly effective in for some kind of high quality or high velocity projects, where we try to deliver of small or incremental improvements which are needed. So then we look about the Kanban. So as we know, Kanban is a visual management method for software development that focuses on continuous delivery and process improvement. So unlike Scrum, Kanban does not use sprints, but instead visualizes the workflow using a Kanban board. This is a dashboard, okay, where work items move across different stages. That is to do, in progress, and done. So these are all about the Kanban. Okay, so the key principles of Kanban would be visualizing the workflow, where the visualization is nothing but it represents the each stage of development using these particular dashboards. And then it limit the work in progress, where it tries to set the limits on how many tasks can be in progress at any given time. This is basically done in order to avoid some kind of bottlenecks. And then the another key principle is continuous delivery, okay, where the we deliver the work as soon as it is completed. Okay, so that is about Kanban. So thank you, students. Hope you understood.